Sitting around the ballroom, they're talking about tomorrow when they're taking Johnny away. Said he wasn't no good, never done the things that he should. That's all the judge had to say. He went in the army when he was 18. Crazy young Irish and mean. Took a kid who was half gone all the way to be wrong with bloodlust and them 16s. His father, he thanks us for coming.
All right, we are back. We were supposed to have a guest tonight. We were supposed to have Sean B, but unfortunately, scheduling did not work out, which is a bummer but he will be on eventually. Mm-hmm. The Eagle will rise.
Long overdue.
Yeah, long overdue. One of the all-time biggest fucking
Top
day
5.
one, like a day one motherfucker, a guy who had your back when you were the biggest nerd in school type of guy. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm talking about. All right, couple things right off the rip. We're going to run a little contest. Couple contests. All right.
Get right into it. I love it.
Get right into it. Let's fucking rip the Band-Aid off.
Give me the meat, like Bob C says.
Hey, yeah. If it doesn't affect the blowjob.
Hey, pause.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Danny brought in these Planters dill pickle cashews.
Dude.
Yeah.
They are like
Crack cocaine.
Diet ruinous.
Pants Tent City. I had one. I
How
allowed
much
myself
sodium?
one.
How much sodium?
Sodium.
Lots.
160 milligrams.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
For like 3 nuts.
I had one
5
nut.
servings per container.
I allow
so
myself
about
one
22
nut.
pieces.
Yeah.
All right, so here's what we're doing. We're doing a couple of different contests or things we're trying to do here. So I'm sure you guys, like most of you guys follow, actually like Instagram, like I think we had like 500 people like a month and a half ago. Now we have like 680 or something. So that's growing good. And I do the reels, but like, you know, like last week I was fucking super busy with work. So it's like I didn't have time to do it. You know what I mean? So what we're trying to do is get somebody who wants to do the reels, right? So, and wants to like, and you'll have access to like our social and everything. And like, I'll give you access to the Pulling the Cork Instagram if you are the person. So what we're going to do is if you want to do that, I don't know if you're whatever, just somebody who knows how to do this shit really well, or if you're like a fucking college kid who wants like an internship credit or whatever like that, you could say you interned with Pulling the Cork. That if you are the person who wants to do it, if there is a person out there, I'm not assuming there is. Otherwise, we're getting some guy in Pakistan to do it.
Hello, my friend.
Yeah.
We don't want to have to outsource this.
Yeah, we don't have to outsource.
We'd love to have a local guy.
We'd love to have it in-house. A good guy.
A good local trash person.
Like Victor
Thanks.
Sweet says.
Yeah.
We don't want in-town shooters, but the opposite.
Yeah.
We want in-town shooters.
So here's what I do every week. Every week I edit usually after we put the show up, the night after usually I edit the video, like match up the audio to it, like the clear audio, and then I edit it for YouTube, which doesn't take much time at all. Just actually waiting for it to go up to YouTube is what takes the longest time. But what I will do is if you send us an email to pullingthecork1@gmail.com or send Fitzy a message or whoever you want, if you want access to it, I'll give you the I'll put a Dropbox link up and you can download the video or you can take the video off and you can just cut some clips, and if it works out, great. You'll get invited to everything we do free. You also will get we'll give you a sweatshirt and everything we get in.
This is ground floor shit.
This is ground floor shit. Well, every once in a while we'll throw you a couple bucks. We don't have a lot of money, but
if you get in now, you're starting at the very beginning. All we want is reels for Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.
Yeah, that's it.
Basically,
like 3 reels a week.
Pump the internet full of fucking reels.
Yeah, like, and you've seen what
Try
I
to
do,
make
but
us
like
look-
I'm not doing it right, optimized for TikTok and everything. And
Try to make us look handsome, funny, and
Just do whatever my
rich.
fucking 6-year-old daughter does.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Like, do what we don't know how to do. Exactly. So, anyways, that's the. I would ask my own kids to do it, but they're semi-embarrassed of me as it is. So, anyways, so that's the first thing. Second thing is we are trying to like spread awareness of the show. Show's been growing great. Like we had some of our best months at the end of the year. It usually gets a little bit slower over the holidays, but that happens
holidays.
every year. It's the holidays.
holidays.
We didn't even do an episode because I was sick. But anyways, here's the contest. It's January. It starts now. Now, I did run a contest like this before, and I did not come through. I've been known to not come through at times in my life. Ask those who trust me and rely on me. But this time, I have the backing of one Matthew Fitzmaurice and Daniel Gillis. So
I
here's
was
what
there
we're gonna
last
do.
time. I didn't help out at all.
Yeah. So here's what we're gonna do. we want to be, we want you to share the shows on, and I know there's a ton of people who do this all the time, like Michaela McLeod, Brian Bach, Ricci,
Sean B.
who always do it. But we're hoping that some other people will do it as well. Because honestly, I think the best way to get new people to listen to the show is that if I like something and I say to Fitzy or Danny, you'll like this, you'll watch it. I didn't was going to watch that Life on Mars. Is that what the thing you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was you were you'll like this. You know
Yep.
what I mean? This is your sense of humor. So I think that's the best way to spread the word. So share it, tag us. I'll screenshot it every time you do that. We're gonna keep a little spreadsheet going. Starts tomorrow or tonight, whenever. And so the top 3 people, finishers, will get another T-shirt. If they already have one, get another one or a freebie. And then whoever the number 1 is, and we won't tally this. We won't give you. We'll just let you know that there's people in the hunt, but we're not gonna make it so you reshare it 16 times in a day. And you can share it. One counts on Facebook and one counts on Instagram. We don't really tweet. So, but the top person, whoever that is, we're going to Bella's, the 3 of us, for lunch on us, or Lily P's, whichever one you want to go to, and then beers afterwards.
Dealer's choice.
Dealer's choice.
Yes.
Exactly. So whichever restaurant you would like to attend, whatever's closer for you. South Shore people want to go to, want to hit Lily P's, that's great. Somebody who's living in New Hampshire, hopefully not Bill Recca. You want to go to,
Doctor Strange.
yeah, there you go. That's great. By the way, I have to say this. One of our sponsors of the show, Wicked Cornhole, who I love them. They're great people. They shared the other day that their daughter, Bruce and Stacy's daughter's just won this big award as a chef at Cheesecake Factory. I just want to say, Danny Gillis has always been a Cheesecake Factory guy.
Well, there you go. So now you know, not only my Cheesecake Factory guy, I am a Wicked Cornhole guy for life now.
I never would have said a negative thing about Cheesecake Factory in my life. If you have that audio, scrub it. Anyway, so that's
Steak
the deal.
Diane for life.
So hey, listen, I want to say this. We love everybody who listens every week, everybody who's on the Patreon. It's 56 people there now. We've been having a ton of fun doing those shows, and it's actually our first solo show, the 3 of us, in 10 shows.
Yeah, we've had guests.
We've had guests
consistently.
Yeah, which is awesome. I love having guests. But it's nice to have a one though. It's just the 3 of us for a little bit. Just the 3 of us. We can make it if we try. All right. So, what else is on the docket today? Oh, big announcement. Now we will go through sponsors as always later in the show, but new sponsor to the show. Want to announce it. Okay. There's nothing better than when you have a sponsor who you've already done business with, but you didn't ask for sponsorship, right? Mm-hmm. Chris at Lily P's. He had told me, if you ever get another podcast going, let me know. I'd like to sponsor it, right? We had whatever. So you have their gear, you wear it. It's the top of the line stuff. Ben Franklin Print Company.
Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go. Our boy Joe. Now let me tell you the first time I met Joe.
Great caps.
Not sure if he wants me to tell this story or not. I'm telling it regardless. It's not a bad story. When we went to the first Beefs Christmas party, it was at Channel Marker, right?
Marker.
Now Coastal Mass. And Joe came up to me. I'd never met him before, and he's like, "Hey, I'm Joe," and I'm like, "Hey, I'm Brennan." I don't even think he knew maybe he didn't even know about the podcast. And he just looks at me. He's like, Merry Christmas," and he's just goes. Hands me, puts his hand out. I thought he was going to shake my hand again. And I'm like, why is he shaking my hand again? And he just had a shot of Fireball in it. I'm like, good guy.
My kind of
Trash
person.
person.
Yeah.
Yes. Great guy. So anyways, we get all our stuff made there. They're doing our backdrop. They also sponsor the F Buddies podcast. So they're cornering the market on awesome podcasts. They are doing a backdrop for us for our comedy show. They're doing koozies for us. They already did the hoodies. They did the t-shirts. They are at 978-624-7341. So for whatever you need, graphic design, screen printing, he just designed our backdrop for us. So they can do all that stuff, vinyl graphics for vehicles and stuff like that. They are located in Middleton. I've been there several times. Great shop, 177 North Main Street, Building 600, Unit 11. BenFranklinPrintCo.com. And I got to say this too, and he told me to say this, and it's true. I've ordered shit for my company, my regular work company, a bunch of times, right? I had a buddy at a shop on the South Shore. They were pretty good, but like I've ordered, and I know everybody tries to do it like you do it on the internet. And you're like, oh, this is gonna be better. Like when I had Doghouse, we actually outsourced a bunch of shit, so you could order whatever you want. You get this sweatshirt, you get that sweatshirt. It all sucked. After you fucking washed it 3 times, dude, it was like a fucking 80s t-shirt that was just crinkling apart. It was gross, right? I have worn, I don't know how many times Tommy's worn. He has 3 pulling the cork larges, I think. He wears them every day to school. My nephew wears his every day. They wear the hoodies all the time. I wear my hoodie all the time.
Same.
I've washed it. I've washed my hoodie.
I've washed my hoodie 3 times.
Yeah.
And it's still.
Yeah, it's
Dude.
it's top tier shit.
So they're
Great
not
condition.
like they're not the cheapest in the business. Like they're just not. But that's
It's quality. You're paying
it's
for
quality.
quality.
You're paying for something good. Like my first guy I ever worked for, when we went to get like golf shirts made, he's like, he told the guys like, oh, I can get you cheaper on this. He's like, dude, I want shit people are gonna wear.
Yeah.
I don't want fucking shit people are gonna throw in fucking fucking
the junk drawer.
the Salvation Army in a month. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So, anyways, we were pumped to have them on board. Talk to Joe. Once again, 978-624-7341. And if you're going to the show,
Yep, he'll
you'll
be
have a
there.
koozie because we're getting koozies from him.
Yep.
And
And he has a table.
he has a table.
You could meet him.
Yeah, and this is all pre him engaging us to be
Yep.
sponsoring the show. So that show is going to be amazing. By the way, I can't fucking wait. We're only, what are we? We're
Week and a half.
week and a half away, right? Absolutely going to be a fucking amazing time.
Yeah.
I think it's beyond sold out.
It's beyond. It's literally beyond sold
Oh,
out.
and here's the thing. I have an extra ticket. As I said, I have 1 extra ticket at my table. Oh, a couple things. I have an extra ticket at my table. If you want to come,
Do 100 push-ups.
if you
on
want to
Facebook
come
Live.
and you actually do want to come and you are the first person to share something tomorrow and message me and say, hey, can I get that ticket? You have the ticket. Free. On
Done.
me. Sit at my table. Sit with my father. Okay? My mother. All right? Real fucking salt of the earth
Legends.
Americans.
Melrose Legends.
Melrose royalty. Now, other thing we need, if we can have, if not, me and Fitzy work at the door basically. But if you want to go to the show, it is sold out, and you want to like just take tickets at the door for like a half hour while the thing's starting, and maybe help set up a little bit. I'll be there to set up, so I'll be helping
Same.
anyways. So will Danny and probably Fitzy.
Fitzy will be late.
Fitzy will be probably there, maybe not. But you can get a free ticket to the show. So if you don't have a ticket yet, you want to go.
We need a couple hands.
Yeah, we need a couple hands. So if you want to bring your girlfriend or your wife or your boyfriend or your boyfriend's boyfriend, bring them. You know what I mean? Whatever floats your boat. So let us know. We have a ticket for you. Like I said, if you share this thing tomorrow and you say, hey, I want a ticket, I got you. You'll be sitting with me, my old man, my mother, my sister Emily, Nate, famous for being an idiot on the show, taking me hiking.
10-cent hiker.
My buddy Scotty Moe, his wife Courtney, who's awesome. Mohan.
Yep.
There's somebody else in there too. Oh, Buggy and Maria. Oh, I got to tell this quick story. All right, so we can get into the show now. All right. I'm allowing it to happen.
Thank you.
So on Saturday, by the way, me and Fitzy went to Bella's.
Yep. So
did you.
So did I.
Yes. Oh, by the way, how was the show? Let's get into that.
It was great.
Comedy show.
It was a small venue. By the way, I don't know if anyone's ever been up to Joe Fish. You guys ever been up
No.
there? Are you fish guys?
Yeah.
I love seafood.
All
Yeah.
right. I need to go back there and eat because the atmosphere was it was dynamite.
Yeah.
And I was upstairs, the comedy show. I'm guessing like once upon a time they had it downstairs. It was more tables. They turned it into a comedy show. I think it says they seat 80 people and then they got like the bar, but they kind of just have like standing room only for the bar. Pristine fucking place. It was great. It was sold out. Great crowd. Great comedians. And I didn't know if I told you guys this, but when I first got there, Johnny Peasy, who I did stuff like Giggles with, he was hosting it. It's kind of like his spot.
Yep.
Where he's he's got Steve Sweeney up there this Saturday.
Yeah.
So he's like trying to make it happen and whatnot. So he goes, hey, well, I'm glad you're here, blah, blah, blah. He goes, before you get on, we got a kid. And I saw him. There was a kid there. He's 15 years old, autistic. Funniest fucking kid I've ever met.
Really?
Dude, he was 15 years old. He had he was clearly deaf.
Yeah, like
He
a
had,
cochlear implant.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
had
whatever
like a
that's
little
called.
speech.
Yeah.
Dude, he had the crowd in stitches. He
Really?
was there with his two parents.
He was up there?
He was up there. He was the first. He was the first person.
Wow.
That's awesome.
He did about 7 to 9 minutes, dude. And like it was his first time. I don't know if it was his first time on stage, but it was definitely like for that big of a crowd. And he went up there with more energy than fucking anybody. He was swearing. He was telling stories about, how his dad wants to be like he's autistic. He goes, so my dad wants to be there the first time I get my first kiss. He goes, wait till I tell him I want to bang a girl. Like, it was fucking hilarious.
like this kid.
He goes, it was a little awkward. You know, you get your dad in the same bedroom and you. I was fucking dying. So it was a good show. And then
Did you have any work on any new material? Did you go with what we were?
I did. And I actually, shout out to Fonz, man. I had a couple people there. I'll shout them out now. Fonz was there. Andy Maxwell was there. PJ Eason and his wife Tammy was there, and they brought a couple.
Nice.
Everyone else I didn't know, but
Yep.
I was fine with that. And everyone ate. Looks like the food looked amazing. Fonz recorded the whole thing for me,
I love it. Awesome.
so that's why I say he's always on. I'm team Fonz.
Fonz is a.
He tried to send it to me on like an email. I didn't
not
have
a
enough
producer, but he's a
storage.
great man.
He is. So I got like 4 different clips of me, but obviously that's what you want. I get some stuff I got to work on, but like the jokes, they worked.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
Awesome.
I got some laughs, and I'm definitely looking forward to the 19th. And by the way, the headline of the other night. So shout out to Jason Merrill. He was on the show. He's a drywall guy. I was on a job with him.
Yeah,
He's very-
not Jason Merrill, the principal of Melrose High School, by the way. for
Negative.
people
No, this
around
guy's a drywall guy from Lawrence, Mass. He looks like Kingpin with a goatee, like big burly bald guy. But and then the headline of Paul Gilligan. I can't wait.
I can't wait to see him. I'm dying.
So just a little cheat sheet for you. Paul Gilligan was the headliner the other night. He is double booked that night, so he has to go first. So
Okay.
you got to get there early.
okay.
Paul
Oh,
Gilligan.
really?
Paul Gilligan is fucking hilarious.
Fitzy's like, fuck, I got to get there on time
Yeah,
for this
dude,
thing.
yeah. You might as well sleep over.
This guy's gonna make me move chairs.
Yeah, dude, he had people like, and I
can't wait.
I asked him like, because I've known him. I worked with his brother when I was a
Yeah.
summer housing kid, and I go, Paul, how'd I do? And he gave me tips, dude. And especially like being brand new to this, like I can't be fucking mad if someone's like, you sucked at X. No, he was very direct.
That's what you want.
Of course,
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
course. And
Yeah.
I went up to you. He didn't come up to me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I was like, how did I do? And he told me, he was like, you know, what I need to work on, and it'll be better by the 19th.
Dude,
That's
like
all.
when I you know, oh, by the way, we're in, I don't know if you got the email, if you said you were going to be in it, but John Knockel is doing his sod cutter. He does his like, that's the guy that lives across the street from me, gets his haircut by John.
Yep.
You can be in it too. It's like $75. It's a good golf pool for the year. It goes the whole year. It's out January 25th. Anyways, he started they have their own podcast. It's awesome. You should check it out. So it's
What's the name of it?
that's a great question. I don't have my phone on me right now. I mean, I have it in my fucking thing. Hold on. I don't know. I'll look it up in a second. Anyways, it's in my feed. So it just clicks on and comes on the next one. But I was like, he asked me, he's like, what tips do you have or whatever? And I was like, I've done fucking, if you've done 100 shows, wouldn't you want somebody to tell you like what
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
next thing to do is? You
Yep.
know what I mean? Flying the Green. That's the name of it.
Yes.
I
Oh,
believe.
we've talked about
Yeah,
it. It's all-
yeah.
We have-
I for some reason, I kept
We've
seeing
we've shouted them
I
out
have
before.
them, and I have Fairway Rolling in my thing from The Ringer. So that's why I was screwing it up. Anyways, but that's great. It's awesome to get advice
There
from
was
somebody who knows what they're
one
doing.
thing of advice that Jason actually told me, not Paul, and he was like, "Learn to talk to your joke," and then he explained what it meant, and I was like, "Got
What's
it."
that mean?
So like, if you're telling a joke, you can't tell the same. Say you have the same. Obviously, you have a joke that you're gonna
Yeah.
reuse and reuse or whatever. Don't tell it the same way twice. Learn how to like fill the space
Yeah.
with different shit. And the minute he said it, I knew what he meant. And I was like, I must have did that with one of my jokes. But whatever. 19th,
Yeah, but that's like
A+ game, home game for Dan Gillis.
That's like you're figuring that shit out. It's not like you know.
Right.
It's not like you've been doing it. You've
It's
been
only your third time, right?
Fourth. That was my fourth.
Fourth.
Yeah.
How long did you go for?
Oh, he wasn't too happy about that.
What?
he
Oh, you went
he
over?
He never told me a time.
Uh-oh.
He never told me a time. So I did 15, straight 15.
Really?
And he comes. He wasn't mad, but like he was like, "Hey, you went over your time." And I was like, "What time?"
What
Like,
was my time?
Yeah. So the first time I went to Giggles and I met him, he was like, "How much time do you want to do?" And I said, "I can do 10." He goes, "Let's do 5 to 7." And I said, "That's fine. I'll do 5 to 7." I did 5 to 7. Went off the stage. Everything was fine. He never told me another time for this. So I did 15. He came off and he was like, "Well, now Jason's got to do 25 instead of 30." And I'm like, "I think Jason's okay with that." You know what I mean? Like, I don't think Jason gives a fuck.
Yeah, but here's the thing: they
he
get
was
like wicked.
He was
like,
a stickler.
I know because I listen to Will Noonan's podcast all the time when they
Yeah.
used to do it, and they get cunty
Yeah.
about this. Like
He
they
was-
do.
He was.
But hey, you learn it. Like, how do you know that?
but
Here's
he-
a question: how do you even know?
I didn't.
So the first time you hit 5 to 7,
I hit 5 to 7 on a total guess.
that would be tough for me.
So what I need to
Well,
do,
you probably
what
just have
I
a
need to do,
fucking
and
stopwatch.
I've noticed it. The dude Jason did. He had a watch on. I'm
Yeah.
guessing he had like a 2-minute warning
Yep.
timer on there. I just got to do that.
Yep.
Because I have jokes written. I can talk for a fucking hour and a half.
Well, it's
think
good. I
that's
mean,
evident.
me and Fitzy were thinking about presenting you with a Rolex at the next event,
Yeah,
so it's good timing for that.
But but all I did was the amount of jokes that I had at my last time at Giggles.
Yep.
I added 2 more jokes, and I was like, that's got to be 15.
Yeah.
I assumed it was 15.
Yeah,
I was right on.
yeah,
Right. You know what I mean? So I know what I have for a 15-minute bit, but he never told me that it was, I had to do 7 to 9
yeah.
or whatever. He never told me anytime.
Well,
But it
now
is
you
what
know.
it is.
No one's half the battle, as they used to say on G.I. Joe.
Yes, sir.
So, Bella's. So we all went there on Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
Various times. Me and Fitzy went there. Me, Fitzy, and Tommy. Jobin
Yep.
from the Beef Page.
Did you just burp mid
Yep,
talk?
sorry, I didn't mean
wow,
to.
that just came directly back my
Listen,
way. too.
listen. Can I tell you right now?
Knocked me
Give me
out.
those cashew dill pickles. It is what it is.
Go for
Salty dill pickle
I know.
cashews. So Brendan was consistently telling the story about Twisted Fate where I drove behind him like an asshole. So,
great.
but it didn't pan out because I was already there. I was already crushing a beer.
Yeah.
But he keeps telling the story, so I gave him some material for his new
Comes
story.
fucking flying around me, dude. Cuts me off. Like taking
I was
a hard
in,
left.
he's in the left turn lane.
I go, fuck this guy.
I'm
And
in the
Tommy's like-
straight only, right? And I fucking completely cut him off.
I'm like, fuck this guy, this fucking guy. And Tommy's like, look at the sticker. And I'm like, oh, it's fucking Fitzy.
Thought the guy was coming back to haunt your life.
Now, I got to say this. Okay, so first of all, they got a new, we can say it now. They got it
Yeah,
out.
he
They got a
said-
new onion roll there. It's absolutely will
Came
blow,
out today.
blow your
Yeah,
dick off
unbelievable.
your body. Or your box if you're a woman. Absolutely insane.
It's less dense than a regular
Yeah.
onion roll.
It's not heavy.
Real crispy, and it's got a ton of onion flavor. Like I smelt the bag,
It's like an onion bagel.
and it was
You
like
said it right.
it smelled like an onion bagel, like a
Yeah.
bunch of onion bagel. You know how strong an onion bagel smells?
Yeah.
Dude, this thing is unbelievable, and it crisped up so good.
So we
It was
got
perfect.
So Harry came out, gave us the royal treatment. Now I'm gonna say this: Tommy got a beef, sauce, cheese. So we go.
Gentlemen.
Me and him went to the movies after. I'll get into that, but I'm like, beef was fucking money, huh? And he's like, I don't know what all the fuss is about, and I'm like, we're going for a DNA test tomorrow. It turns out he's not even my kid.
What do you mean?
Well, so then he clarifies. He's like,
likes
would it be
fucking-
weird if I didn't get sauce on it because
Yeah.
it gets messy? I go, you do whatever you want.
Sauce on the side.
I go, just get chicken fingers next time like a child. Fucking idiot, you know? Anyways, now, I will say this. That beef is just so fucking good. The sandwich is
It's
so
perfect.
fucking good.
It's perfect.
Yeah, it's absolutely fucking perfect. It's unbelievable. We got some onion rings with it. You got onion rings on your sandwich.
Yeah, I got a 5-way. So
Yeah.
I had sauce, cheese, mayo. Harry also got real horseradish instead of the horseradish sauce. So I got horseradish and I got a couple onion rings like a fucking
Yeah, so
gent.
that was, by the way, I have to say this too. Now, Fitzy said this many times, and I believe this. And I'll have to ask Panuzzo this, but like that was my one big meal of the week because we're trying to get our weight back down, trying to be health conscious.
Yep.
That said, it's not that bad. Like, can't be that bad. It can't be as bad for you as like a steak and cheese sub or like a fucking like a.
I don't think so. In the carbs and obviously the onion rings aren't great because it's all fucking fried.
Wow.
You know what I mean? But the James
Details.
River isn't fucking terrible for you.
Yeah.
The mayo's actually a decent fat for you.
Good.
One of the
Panuzzo's
best
punching his
fats.
wall right now. Listen
He's
to
like,
this.
what an idiot.
That's an idiot. Now,
one of those
also,
good- one of those
Lando
good
Lakes
fats.
American cheese. It's a superfood.
it's a great food. It's not even real cheese.
Love
I have to break in with this breaking news, which I totally forgot about. I totally buried the lead on this whole show. I broke on fucking Dry January already.
Well, I was going to bring it up. I was going to say, hey, why don't we check in and see how everyone's doing on Dry January?
All right, so here's my story.
Let's go.
Friday night, I'm like,
Let's go around the table.
I'm pretty fucking miserable, right? I'm pretty
What are you
fucking,
next?
I'm pretty miserable.
Either
and I'm
way.
like, Maggie's like, I want to go out to 621. I'm like, yeah, I'll take you out to 621. She's like, I know you're not drinking. I'm like, whatever. I go there. Obviously, every waitress in that place knows me or you, and
Yeah.
as we're in there every week. And it was that hot shit waitress who's like, great. She's fucking, she's awesome. And she came over. She's like, what do you want on? And Maggie's like, I'll take a Bud Light. And I'm like, take a Diet Coke. And she's like, really? And I'm like, and a Miller Lite. I'm like, fuck this. I'm like, I had, now, listen, I drank Friday night. I had 2 Miller Lights there. I came home. I had like 3 glasses of red wine, watched some fucking Natalia Grace documentary. We'll talk about that with Joey Boats when he comes on. And didn't drink it all the rest of the weekend. I didn't have another drink that whole weekend.
Yeah.
So I'm cutting back. I'm doing the Panuzzo. Panuzzo says 3 to 4 times. Make your plans, like the comedy show and stuff. So
You texted us early that afternoon saying that you
but we went early to dinner. We went to like 4:30.
yeah, but you were like,
I feel like this.
Oh, yeah.
you were
want
like,
a beer.
I feel like
I'm
crushing beers tonight.
I want a beer, boys.
And Danny said it great. He said, "There's no guns to anyone's
No,
house."
no.
Do
so
what you
Danny,
want.
you're next.
Well, I was in mourning, Brendan.
It's true.
My aunt passed away, and it was actually I gotta break the other story too while we're
Yeah.
at it. But after the wake, they did like a 1-day thing. There was no funeral or nothing. And shout out to Auntie Linda, good woman, died at 80.
R.I.P..
Yeah. Just had her 80th birthday too. She looked awesome. But either way, we had her wake, and then my cousin Butchie, her son, knows the owner of the restaurant Companions in Revere.
Okay.
Dynamite food, by the
Yeah,
way.
I've been there before.
It's very, very good. It's right on Broadway. Little corner spot, not very big, but our type of people in there. So he kind of like rented it out for us, and we went there. Minute I saw my entirely drunken family, I said, "Well, what are we gonna do here?"
It's a no-brainer.
Yeah, but so like I said, last year I was on January. I got laid off. Like that's a perfect time
Yeah.
to crack
Yeah.
a beer. But
Yep.
so I went up and I saw Joe Teddy. He was there with his wife.
Yeah.
Christy was there, my sister, like I had everyone there. And I was like, yeah, I'll get everyone a drink. And then I was like, and Captain Ginger Ale. Christy goes, what'd you say? I said, ginger ale. And she looks over and she goes, can't bullshit a bullshitter. She just took a sip. I was like, I don't know what to tell you, lady. I don't know what to tell you. So I had 3 of those.
Why
And
was she trying to do it too?
No, but she
she was
last
keeping
year,
tabs on 'em.
Last year she did not think I was gonna make it 31 days.
Yeah.
So so I broke.
Kind of like we ran the marathon, so do we have to really do it again? You
Yeah.
know?
I
You
broke
proved it already.
I proved it.
I broke, and then I did it again at the comedy show.
I figured
So-
as much. Yeah, after
I did say,
I could not get up on stage without a little liquid courage.
yeah, but I did say before this started, I said the 6th and the 19th, I'll be drinking something.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's fine.
but yeah, so
yeah, you drink in memory of the insurrection. That's really why
Correct.
you drink on that day.
And the first, did you guys drink on the first? You didn't, right?
no, I was sick.
Did you?
shit. Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, because it was the, it
Yeah,
was the
you went
college-
to the-
that
yeah,
was
yeah,
already
yeah, yeah.
built in.
Yeah,
that was already built in.
Yeah, the first never counts. Because
Yeah.
what if you're out at a party?
Yeah.
What are you gonna stop at the
At
fucking ball
midnight?
drop?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd you do, Fitz?
Hold on, I gotta tell
Oh,
that story.
sorry.
At the wake, we're like one of the
Oh yeah, this is crazy.
we're out, we're like one of the first people in there besides like the immediate family. So obviously, so I go by and I see my aunt's ex-husband, Dennis, and I shake his hand and he goes, "Hey, how are you?" And he's looking at me like he doesn't recognize who I am. I've known this guy since I was fucking 0 years old.
Yeah.
So I'm like, "Dennis, it's me, Danny." And he goes, "Danny?" He's like looking at me all confused. And he goes, I go, "I'm Jimmy Gillis' son." He goes, "Oh, Jimmy." He goes, "Jimmy should be here any minute." And I looked around. I go, "I fucking hope not." And my cousin Joey goes, "No, like you're thinking of Richard, his brother. Richard will be here any minute." He goes, "Oh, yeah. Something was off on him."
Yeah.
So long story short, my Uncle Richard comes in. And my Uncle Richard and my dad, very, very similar, except my uncle's 6'2".
Yep.
My dad was shorter than me, but they were very, very similar in the face. Always wore a scally cap, glasses, the whole nine. And he walks in, and I could see him from the back of the funeral home. He goes right up to my uncle and he starts talking to him. I'm like, all right, maybe he realizes who it is. So he goes up, goes back. My uncle comes. This is all within like a half hour. My uncle comes over. I was like, "Hey, how did Dennis look to you?" He goes, "He looks like shit. He looks terrible." And I'm like, he thought I was. He thought I was you. And he goes, "He just said that your brother Jimmy's here." And I was like, he definitely is out of it.
Yeah.
Now he knows us
Yeah.
very, very well.
Yeah.
So my uncle leaves. Not 5 minutes later, Dennis is sitting in the front row, like looking at the casket,
Yeah.
and someone's trying to get his attention. He's not moving.
Yeah.
Like it was scary. Because like you saw her from the back, like people panicking up there, but no one was yelling yet. And no one is. And I finally see my cousin Butcher come over, grab his sister Kerry. He's like, "You got to come up here." So they go over there and they're like, "Dennis." And then someone waiting in line was an EMT. So he went over to like check him, literally grabbed him by his caps and threw him off the chair to get him on the ground.
Yeah.
And then cue Mariah Carey's Hero song. My sister Darcy comes flying in the room,
Fucking beast. I love it.
hopping over fucking chairs like Mrs. Doubtfire. Get out of the way! and just starts going to town with CPR. He had no pulse whatsoever.
It's fucking wild.
So, because I'm CPR certified, I know that you're supposed to rotate with people. So I went up to the top, but my cousin, I'm saying a bunch of names here, but another lady there had just graduated nursing school.
Yep.
When I tell you how calm and collective Darcy was, she's like, Laurie, come here, jump in. Like, it was like Doogie Howser.
Yeah.
And I'm
That's
just
unbelievable.
I'm sitting in awe. Like, I've seen shit, medical shit
Yeah,
happen before.
yeah.
Nothing at a wake.
Yeah.
I've seen it happen at a wedding before where someone passed out,
Yeah,
but
yeah, you
nothing
told
like
me
that.
that.
And so finally, Darcy puts her hands up to his neck, and she's like, "We got a pulse." And like, you just heard this like sigh of relief in a very room that no one was talking. in.
Sure.
And we made way. He went to the hospital, and Darcy saved a man's life.
And is he doing better?
He's still in Melrose Wakefield, and he said that he owes Darcy dinner, and Darcy said, "Yeah, you do."
well, I mean,
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
You
So
don't
shout
want
out to
dinner
my
at the
sister
Melrose
Darcy.
Wakefield.
That's awesome,
Yeah.
Darcy.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
Yeah, it was
that's
cool.
amazing.
It was
That's
cool.
great. Darcy, next year have your Christmas party, and I'll really forgive you. She skipped out on that.
Yeah, fraud.
Made up for it by saving somebody's life.
Absolutely. Sorry, Fitz. Sorry to rain on your parade. How are you doing, Dry January?
I'm still going.
That's
Really?
Going
strong.
I was waiting
Dry
to see if you
January,
would
yeah.
just bury in that you would.
No.
You're broke.
No, and so obviously I did drink on the first.
Yeah,
but
that's whatever,
that
that
was
was
part of
built
the
in.
plan. So I did. Me and Melissa, my wife, did Dry January about 4 years ago,
Okay.
pre-COVID. It was probably 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Either way, we went and we had a bunch of events and stuff, and we did it. You
Yep.
know what I mean? So I've done it. I've ran the marathon.
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, I was on a bender between Christmas and New Year's.
Yeah,
a
we
bender
all
that
were.
was like fucking ridiculous.
Unsustainable.
Yeah. So even by like the 29th of December,
You were out.
I was like, dude,
They can't
the
get here
second
quick
can't
enough.
come soon enough, And Melissa was like, yeah, we gotta fucking change something, And we're dieting, so
Yeah.
it's good. So, but then Friday comes, and Friday I texted you guys.
Yeah.
I'm driving home, and it just doesn't feel like a Friday because usually it's Friday. I'm going
beeline into your
directly
house.
to the packy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then go into my house, load in the fridge for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And usually it would end up being
Friday.
multiple packy fucking runs throughout the weekend. Anyways, go to the BU hockey game with Connor, my brother-in-law, his son, and he's buying Bentwater dippers while we're at the game. I was like, so before we went, I was like, hey, I'll drive.
Just to get it out the
Just
way.
to fucking get
Smart.
it.
It's a defensive move.
No,
I
yeah,
like it.
no fucking temptation.
Heady play.
Yep. So he was doing that. I was fine. Saturday came and went. Sunday was tough because the blizzard.
Yeah.
Usually you're stuck in the house.
I
What
know.
else are
I
you
was
gonna
in a
do?
bad mood, kind of.
You know what I
Even though
mean?
I drank Friday, I was kind of in a bad mood for not drinking during the
Yeah,
blizzard.
but
Yeah.
I made this, honestly, this
a bad
probably
sign.
first, hey, this might be
Accurate, though.
one of the first weekends in 5 years where I haven't drank.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Which is fucking wild, right? To think about that, that's fucking wild.
Here's the changes I want to make. Realistically, like I don't want to. Like every time we do the show on Sunday, I can't be getting a buzz. Like I
Yeah.
just can't because
Yeah.
I got to get up and do shit. And then today. Like I was so fucking effective at work. It was ridiculous. Like I was like,
Same.
wow, I'm fucking great today. Like
Same.
feel awesome. Like got up. I actually did the bike in the morning first thing, and then I went to the gym at lunch. Shout out Panuzzo. Got my steps in. What's up? Over 1,000 calories burned. No big deal, but kind
Me
of a
too.
deal.
I'm at like 11:50
Well,
for the
fucking
day.
let's
So
go!
listen to this. After work today,
I'm eating peanuts.
I didn't ride the bike this morning, but after work today, I shuffled the kids around to where they had to go, jumped on the bike, 300th ride.
Nice, dude.
Ride number 300 on the Peloton.
By the way, you can friend me on there on PTCB, all capital letters.
Yeah, and I'm M Fitz 24/7.
By the way, I always when I thought about saying that, when I was just saying that, like friend me on the Peloton, I was picturing like Bob C told some union guy like about this good podcast. I'm like, friend me on the Peloton this week.
That's where he checks in. That's
yeah,
where he
that's where I
checks out.
check in. I'm high fiving people on the fucking Peloton.
He's like, you need more.
It was actually it's funny
you need more
because-
references before you start giving
Dude.
me podcast references.
My daughter's like, I
podcast
high five these two
recommendations.
people on the Peloton. I go, what the fuck is that? She's like, you never
Oh,
look
you
on the
didn't know?
left?
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
like, she's like, probably left so many people hanging. The
Yeah.
guy's name was Boston Bob 617. I'm like, is Bobby C on the fucking Peloton right now? Let's
I
go.
don't think he is. But so today, so I don't even track like how many
Rides you
I've
do.
had.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, I get on today and I pick this guy, Alex Toussaint, Haitian guy,
Oh,
Nice.
yeah, Tucson.
hip hop hip hop ride, climb ride, 20-minute climb ride, right?
Fuck that.
So I go into it. I go into it. All of a sudden, I'm pedaling. It's in the warm up. All of a sudden, it goes high five, high five, high five, high five, high five, high five. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
So I look on my phone and I'm like, oh shit, it's my 300th ride because it tells you someone just hit a milestone.
Oh,
You don't have the
Oh,
feed on the left.
I do. Yeah, I do, but I don't pay attention to it.
It pops up. You should pay attention to it. And I scroll the leaderboards.
Yeah.
And if it's someone from like Mass or something, I'll give
Yeah,
them a
but
high
I
five.
like
Yeah.
Fitzy. Dude, you know what cracked me up is like
Such a Boston
So
move, I
Fitzy
love
had
it.
said this is kind of ridiculous, but you get into the Peloton thing and like you find these like Tess actually found this one girl, Allie Love. The reason she's great is she doesn't talk that much during I said this, doesn't yap a lot. But I saw this one today, it was like 90s rock ride, and I'm like, I actually almost picked a country pop ride, but I'm gonna be judged by Fitzy, so I picked this 90s rock ride. And there was this German chick, right? And German woman changed my life at a very young age. I'll get into that on the Patreon. But anyways, this one was like, she was like, sometimes I wake up in the morning and I just don't even feel like getting out of bed, but I do. And then I get on the bike and I feel great. And I'm like, what the fuck am I listening to right now?
Someone today recommended a German lady.
Yeah.
I don't know what her name is
Yeah.
because I think there's 2 or 3 German
Yeah.
teachers, instructors, and I'm like, but aren't they in German? And he's like, no.
No,
He's like,
they're
some of
just-
them are in English. He's like, some of them are in German, and he's like, I just zone out and follow the numbers.
Dude, and then she was like, sometimes when somebody you've been with for a very long time does something that make you fall right in love with them again. I'm like, Jesus Christ, what kind of fucking, what am I doing here? Anyways, why don't you do a little ad for Bellas now that we were just talking about them?
I got Bellas.
What?
He's
Go ahead,
Bellas.
you got it, you got it.
Harry, Sandra, it was great seeing you guys on Saturday. That beef was amazing. I'm pretty sure on the video that I put up, that bun, I said it was like cotton candy. It just melted directly in your mouth.
Unreal.
Pause. But they had a, so we're going to do it now. We're going to split up the ads a little bit. Bellas, we've been talking about them for 2 years now. 1211 Osgood Street, North Andover. By the way, not a bad ride for some reason at nighttime.
No.
When we went, I felt like we were driving to Canada.
Yeah, no, it
not
wasn't a
bad.
bad. It wasn't a bad ride for me and Tommy either. It
It's
wasn't
not
at all.
bad. The food is amazing. The people are amazing. Place is spectacularly clean. The minute I walked in there, Harry goes, "Oh, you want my beef?" He was like on lunch break, and I was like, "No, I don't want your beef."
Yeah.
I was like, "I want my own beef." And he's like, "All right, we'll get your own beef then." And then we sat there and shot the shit a little bit. Listen, we've talked about time and time again, and we have zero intention on stopping. BellsNA.com.
You got it.
And that's the website. Check out that's what I do. Whenever I go out to eat, I check the menu beforehand because I hate staring at a menu. And I feel like someone's behind me, like, hurry the fuck up.
Yeah.
So I look at the menu beforehand.
Yeah.
So that's a pro move. BellasNA.com, 1211 Osgood Street, North Andover. Hop in, tell them that we sent you.
By the way, I want to make something very clear about our trip to Bella's. So when we were at the Beef's Ugly Sweater Party, which was awesome, I was talking to Joven, and he's like, "Hey, if you ever go in there, even if you're just popping in quickly, he's like, let me know because I live down the street basically, or I work down the street." And so I sent him a message, "Hey, we're going to be in and out," but so a bunch of people were like, "Bullshit that we didn't tell them we were going." How
Yeah,
long was I in there?
We were in there maybe 20 minutes, if that.
Yeah, I don't even think
We
I was there
walked
15
in,
minutes.
ordered,
Yep.
food came right out. We ate, and Brendan was like, "I gotta go to the movies."
Yeah.
It was quick.
Yeah.
It wasn't a meet and greet. It wasn't anything crazy. It was
Meet and
just
greet.
in and out. You know?
Signing autographs, kissing
Well, that's-
babies. No, but next time we do it, if we're gonna do it, we'll just announce it. We can all go to the Lock and Key afterwards and drink
Yeah.
kiss. You know what I mean?
Oh, and that's
Fawns.
that's the other part of Bella's. So I was going to North Andover anyways because I don't know why that's such a hard town for me to pronounce. North Andover to Joe Fish. It is diagonal from Bella's.
Yep.
You can
Yeah.
walk to it. Like it's like maybe 500 steps. So I went there first and I had to turn around, and that's how close it is to it. So if there's ever a time where I have a comedy show up there, guess what? Don't eat at Joe Fish that day. Go to Bella's and then go to Joe Fish.
That's
Go to
right. Yeah.
Go to Joe Fish another day.
Go to Joe Fish and order something. Don't eat it. How do you like that?
That's all.
Just leave it there. All right. Wicked Cornhole. WickedCornhole.com. Now listen. I was debating on which I was going to have Fitzy read because he does say they have the best wood in the business. What do they got?
Baltic birch.
That's right. They can do anything you want. Listen, we got boards in here. They're pro boards. We just got boards done for the comedy night. Go up there, like I said, get some boards done. They're right across from Treehouse. Have a couple beers, get a case of beer, and get a thing of boards. I mean, you're gonna love yourself afterwards. And by the way, before you know it, it's gonna be spring, and you're gonna be hotter than Chinese arithmetic to get outside and throw some bags. All right.
Yep.
WickedCornhole.com. They are the best of the business. They got everything you need to get everything done. 978-851-7600. 1875 Main Street, Rear, Tewksbury, Mass. And just like the same thing with Joe, with Ben Franklin, if you have something you want to design for your board, they'll do it in-house for you. So they can do that for you. So talk to them. Lily Pease, Fitz?
Yep. Lily Pease Chicken, 50 Binney Street, Cambridge, Mass. Great chicken. Fried chicken is unbelievable. Try out the shishito peppers.
Oh, yeah.
Give me a tray.
Unreal.
Stat.
I like the Lower Broadway.
Yep, me too.
What do you like?
Hot honey.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, the hot
hot
honey.
honey's
That one's
great.
good, too. And what's the sauce? The honey pepper sauce for
yeah.
the chicken. I was dipping the fried
Yeah.
chicken in that.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
On bone fried chicken, I was dipping
Yeah,
in the
it's-
in the hot honey.
It's unreal.
But those,
Give me a straw.
yeah, those tenders in the hot honey. I mean the pepper honey, whatever it's called.
Black pepper
Unbelievable.
honey.
Black
That's
pepper
what it
honey. LilyPeasChicken.com. They also got the location at Hub Hall. You got Bruins games going on right now. If you hit a Bruins game, check out Lily Pease at Hub Hall. Executive chef and owner Chris Parsons at the Binney Street location. Parking is validated in the lot attached to the restaurant. Don't go to the wrong one.
That's right.
Because Danny
And
10
clock is
set
it.
head.
yeah, they've all made the mistakes to help you out in the future.
Oh, by the way, this weekend Maggie's gone for the weekend. She's going to Hilton Head to visit a friend.
Yeah.
And Tommy's like, can we go to he wants to go to the Border Cafe. And I'm like, yeah, I'm trying Bobby's marmalade fucking mix or whatever it is. I got to figure that out. By the way, I feel bad too. We just even told Bobby, but like I said, we're only there 15 minutes, so we'll do it again next time. Tedco Inc. Final sponsor of the day. 617-996-6827. Renovations, additions, bathrooms, whatever you need done that you're thinking about calling a construction company, design, build, the whole thing. This is what they do. Our boy Ted. Get in bed with Ted. It's like I said, his wife doesn't love it when I say that, but it's true. I've been in bed with him before. He's a great partner. Business partner, that is, folks. You know I was in business bed. 617-996-6827. Admin at TedcoCM.com. They do it all. Like I said, free estimates. Talk to him, all right? Talk to Teddy. I trust Teddy. He's the man, all right? That's who you want to talk to, all right? Okay, so we go to the movies. Let me get into a little something here. A couple things happened that just... So me and Tommy would see Iron Claw. Amazing movie.
Gotta see it.
I'll go in order of how these things happened. I'll try to be relatively quick. First thing that happens is me and Tommy are like, wait, like the movies now, I feel like it used to be like when we were a kid, you go to Revere Cinema, it'd be like, if you want to sneak into the movies, it was like you were breaking a bank vault.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
you're in the bathroom, you're making a plan, you're passing tickets.
Yep.
Like this is like
Open the
a fucking
back door.
heist, right? We're in right now. Now, they're like, I don't give a fuck if you pay. What do you do? I don't give a fuck.
No
like
one
this place is a
cares.
shithole. Like,
Yeah.
like so we go in there, they barely even check. They just ask you what you're seeing. They don't even like
Yeah.
scan you in. Me and Tommy get some. He wanted a big popcorn, so we get popcorn, a soda, and this guy's in front of us, like walking into the movie. I text you guys and Joey Boats. Tom Selleck mustache, members only jacket, girlfriend who looked like Gargamel, right? And I'm like, and like he sits. Of course, he's got the seat right next to me on my right? And
Was
I
it
hear him-
packed?
yeah, it was full. It was a smaller theater. But it was
Yeah.
full. Great film, by the way. I have to say, great film. He goes to her. Yeah, he goes, if I'm going to pay for a ticket, I'm not paying for the snacks they got here, right? So I'm thinking, I respect that move, right? Like, if I had the forethought of doing, if I was going to eat a bunch of candy, I would have brought it, right? This motherfucker, like, I'm thinking, okay, usually you see the person, they pull out their own little Ziploc bag filled with M&Ms or whatever, right? Covert mission.
He's got a hot plate.
This hot dick motherfucker pulls out a full tube of Pringles and just puts it right in the fucking drink thing.
Hold
Like,
up, yeah.
like, come over and fucking fight me for this fucking Pringles.
What did I
right?
say though?
What?
Fucking power move.
Total power move. Members jacket.
Yeah.
Selleck fucking like this
Mustache.
guy's like he's doing a couple things. He's fucking eating a whole rack of Pringles, popping the top, and then he's banging Gargamel later on. That's what's fucking happening. He's watching Iron Claw. That's
Was it a
what's
green
going
can?
on. No, he had the red. Tradition.
Just traditional,
Total tradition, right?
original.
He got that from a gas station.
Yeah, total tradition, right? So, anyways, movie. Now, I forgot about this. I haven't been to the movies in a while since the summer. I love fucking. I'm the biggest trailers guy you've ever met in your life.
Previews, coming
I'm-
attractions, yeah.
I can't get enough of it, right? So we're watching the trailers. Now, I forgot there's been a writer's strike. So like anything that was probably shelved and thought like, nah, maybe we'll go just to Netflix with this or whatever. It's now going into the theaters for like
Greenlit.
a week, right?
Greenlit right
There's
away.
a movie
Yeah.
coming out with Mark Wahlberg, right?
He's already stewing.
Okay, listen. Now we know how I feel about the guy. He's a some type of like multi-tiered race that like is like very competitive. Think like the Tour de France, but like you also climb mountains in this race. And he finds a dog. It's one of how many times can we make this movie? You got a dog. I see the dog. The dog is needy and help, but he follows me around the whole time. Now the dog saves me. And now I have to save the dog, and he follows us the whole race. This movie looks so fucking bad, right? Mark Wahlberg in a fucking bike uniform. It's called like King Arthur the King or something, right? And Tommy leans over and he goes, "This is the worst movie that's ever been on a trailer, ever, like ever, right?" And I said to him today, I go, we were talking about it again today. I'm like, "How bad was that trailer?" And he's like, I go, "Mark Wahlberg's in the fucking." He's in the dumps now, and he goes, "When was he not in the dumps?" And I'm like, "That now I know
Now
you're my
you-
kid
the
again."
DNA is
the
good.
DNA is good, right? Movie looks. I can't even tell you how bad it looks. If you have the chance to see this trailer, like I mean, Mark Wahlberg, you should be embarrassed. Like I'm sure. I know you're rich, you're a millionaire, you're a fucking zero as far as I'm concerned. Always have been. Beat up some Chinese guy, pretend you're a fucking Catholic. You are a fucking fraudulent motherfucker. Okay, that's a fact. Okay, that's a fact. Now. I'll get to the final part of this thing. I'm watching this movie, which is fucking excellent. I'd say they don't make movies like this anymore.
I can't wait to see
It's fucking awesome, right? Zac Efron. First of all, Zac Efron claims that like he had a car accident and now like he didn't do his jaw exercise. Now he's a jack jaw. Like, dude. Okay. I don't know. I know a bunch of people have been in car accidents. I know everybody's like, "Oh, geez, Danny, I didn't know you have a lantern jaw on Tuesday." Like this guy obviously had facial reconstructive surgery
Yeah.
to like make himself look different.
Yeah.
Totally fine with it, dude.
Yeah.
Like I don't give a fuck what Zac Efron does. He's great in the movie. And first of all, the other thing is, I said to Tommy, I go, Zac Efron, like, I don't know what kind of trend he was fucking doing. This dude is yoked in this movie.
yeah.
Like, dude, you like
He
he's
looked
laying
huge.
in bed and like every vein's popping off his fucking chest. Like this dude is fucking shredded. Only problem with the movie is Lip from what's
Yeah,
the,
the Beef.
Shameless.
yeah, and the kid from The Beef, who is one of my favorite
Bear.
actors.
The
He
Bear,
plays
yeah.
Kerry Von Erich. He's about the size of fucking
He
Fonz.
plays Kerry Von Erich?
Yeah.
Who does Zac Efron play?
He plays the guy who's not dead. Kevin Von Erich or whatever
What?
that guy's name is. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
So
thought-
I don't
thought
even
total opposite.
I don't even know these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's better. It is
Texas
a better.
Tornado,
Joey
baby.
Boats was right. It's a better movie, I think, if you don't know the story.
So
I'm
I'm
not
happy
gonna tell any
that
of it.
I'm
not gonna tell
happy
any of
that
it.
I don't know the
Okay,
story.
so there's a scene in the movie where they was a big like pivotal scene for them. All three brothers are now wrestling together. They wrestle these guys, the Thunderbirds, right?
Oh, yeah.
I think of the Freebirds. I can't remember.
Michael,
the Thunderbirds.
fuck,
Anyways,
go ahead,
this
sorry.
guy's running around the ring with this
Getting fired
long
up.
black hair, right? And he turns, he looks at the camera. Actually, he's running through the ring, and I go, dude, that guy's built dead ring of a Buggy, like build, right? He turns to the camera, and I'm like, "Oh, fuck!" I'm like, "Is that Buggy?" And I'm like, this guy. I've never seen like. I go down a rabbit hole when I get home. Turns out the guy's an NWA wrestler called Thrillbilly Silas Mason, right? So I'm like, but I saw you see him for like 2 seconds, so I'm like, just be interesting to see if he kind of looks like Buggy.
He looks exactly
I've never
like
seen anything like it. The guys thought it was AI. They thought I did like AI to make it look
Yeah.
more like Buggy. His like the way he carries himself looks like Buggy. So Buggy ends up sending the thing to his son Pat, and he's Pat's like,
funny.
"I'm going to the movies," and Buggy's like, "You should see Iron Claw," and he's like, "Okay," and he goes, Pat's sophomore in high school. He goes, "Pat, I didn't tell you this, but I've been waiting as a surprise, but I was in the movie." That's why I got such great shape last year, because Buggy got like ripped last year. And he's like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, I got an opportunity to be in the movie as a wrestler, and I'm in it, and it paid really well." He's like, "That's why we've been going to Vermont, and I bought a ski house. I just didn't want to tell everybody yet." Pat's like, "Awesome," and he's like, "Yeah, that's not true." But dude, he looks so much like Buggy. I'm telling you, it's
you got to
fucking
do a
wild.
side by side.
I'll do a side by side on the page.
I don't trust Dan. Danny didn't know who Buggy was because he had green paint on his face.
Yeah, that's right.
So, anyways, fucking unbelievable
It's me,
likeness.
Buggy.
Now here's my theory.
So innocent.
Here's my theory, and whatever. But for the life I have lived, Buggy's lived 15 or 20, right? He's had like 15 different bartending jobs. He's been out to lunch with John Hamm. He's fucking been around the universe and back. Lived in different states, been all over the place, right? Needless to say, women also liked Buggy back in his day. I'm sure he had. I don't know this for a fact, but sure he engaged with a lot of women back in his day.
Did all right for
My
himself.
theory is this kid's from Tennessee. Buggy probably did some time in Nashville. I'm like, this kid could be a kid. Like, this could be like Buggy's like when Buggy was like 22, like a one night stand type of situation.
What? This kid's young.
Oh,
the
he's
kid in
not
the,
50. Fucking Buggy's 50.
the kid in the movie or
Kid in the
real
movie's
guy?
probably like 27.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this could be like Buggy's like.
You imagine?
That'd be unbelievable, dude. They look so much alike.
It's sickening.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Like
Not in a
that's
bad
what
way,
Buggy
it's
looks
just-
like. Like that's like if Buggy was like on like, and the kid's not like he's like big, but he's not like super cut up and jacked.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not that Buggy isn't. Obviously, he's ripped out of his mind. Everybody knows that about Buggy. Anyways, so that was it was unbelievable. So great movie session. I have to recommend that movie, and I think it was unbelievable. So I just wanted to give that little shout out. And if you see, we'll put up a side by side. Thrillbilly Silas Mason and Buggy, and it's unbelievable.
Fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
So,
What about snacks?
What?
What is that? What's your stance? You don't care either way.
So I had this conversation with my buddy Sean Latham actually, while over text one day or something. I'm like, where were you at on fucking bringing your own snacks to the movies? He's like, homie, that's a fucking must. He's like, you always bring your own snacks to the movies. He's like, no fucking question. So I didn't this time.
Yeah.
My oldest sister, Cammie, she's been bringing in fucking contraband since like, she's like mule. You know what I mean? I like the idea that you can bring the mix you want. I do like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what's your go-to at the movies? Have we ever talked about this?
bunch of crunch.
Bunch of Crunch. I think we have talked about this, but Fitzy
What's
has
that?
not been.
Nestle's Crunch, the little
it's
ones,
the little
little
fucking,
balls.
Yeah,
yeah.
those are fire.
I love Butterfingers.
I love a
But then,
Butterfinger too.
but then,
Butterfingers are like a dense like.
no, but they have them in the box there.
And they get the little
Oh, the
ones.
little-
The little
yeah.
ones in the box.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, go
I'm
ahead.
thinking about shit you can buy at the movies.
Okay, at the
first.
movies, yes.
But growing up, we didn't buy shit at the
No.
movies. My mother would have a bag full of
Oh yeah,
Goodies.
individual popcorns,
Sure.
gummy bears, fucking M&Ms.
Yeah.
Gummy bears are fire.
Yeah, they're good. I would go for. Know what I like?
Would you bring your own
the
popcorn
salty
in?
and sweet. So I do popcorn and M&Ms.
Would you bring
at
your
the
own
same
popcorn
time.
in, or would you buy the popcorn? Then?
What?
Salt and sweet
No,
at the same time.
I'm not a.
So popcorn and M&Ms.
I guess I never thought of it.
in a handful
I know.
together.
I've never done that.
Right down the
I
gullet.
love that. But I'm asking you a question. Did your mom used to bring your own
Yes,
popcorn in?
yes. And
That
I'd
is-
be,
That's insane.
And I would always be like, I want the salty buttery shit that they got. And she's like, no, this is what we have. And it would be the stove one.
Jiffy
Oh yeah,
Pop.
Jiffy Pop is
Yeah.
good. So my father used to be like, if we went to the movies, I think sometimes we brought our own shit and sometimes we just didn't. But he would give me and my sisters a choice. The choice was popcorn or candy. You can't have both. Talk about a Sophie's choice.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
tough.
you're in a no-win situation. What I always did was I would err on the side of the candy bar, right? Which back then they weren't serving these boxes of fucking candy.
Right.
It was like you got a Musketeers or whatever, right?
Yep.
And my sisters, they would like ration that shit like it was World War fucking II. And I'm sitting there,
And then you'd be begging
preview
for a
hasn't even
piece.
played, and I'm
Yeah, it's
fucking
gone.
done. Like
Yeah.
it's a host already. You know what I mean? So traditionally, like what I'll do nowadays is usually you bring your own candy in, but buy the popcorn there.
Yeah.
Just because it's such a hassle to fucking
And
individual
for me,
bags.
that's the best of both worlds because I liked the movie theater popcorn better.
Yeah.
And candy is candy.
Yeah.
So it's funny because like I was just looking at a text and my oldest sent a text to the family and says, I smell popcorn. So they're watching a movie right now. And so we buy the movie theater flavored popcorn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just more buttery. It's,
Yeah.
It's the show, not the Showtime one. Yeah, that's the blue one,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. We get the same one.
But the one that says movie theater.
Yeah, it's buttery.
And then if I'm there, we actually have like the extra butter because there's never
See,
enough.
listen, I'll
There's
tell you right
never
now.
enough,
The reason
dude.
I got so fat during COVID was about two reasons, but one of the big contributors, other than my drinking every day, was that Tess found out that like a great popcorn recipe is if you take a lunch bag, you put a cup of vegetable oil in it, and you put like
the
a certain
kernels.
amount of kernels in there. You just throw it in the microwave,
Yeah.
right? And then I started just doing that, then put a pat of butter in there. And then I was just drowning. But I ate so much popcorn during COVID,
Fucking
dude.
Paula Deen,
Like, because
dude.
you're always watching movies. It was like nonstop TV, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're like, I've never seen anybody. I don't care how fat I get. Who gives a shit? You know what I mean? I'll lose weight again.
Last year when I started dieting, I was popping my own kernels in a pot with
Yeah.
vegetable oil no salt, no butter.
Yeah.
That's not fun.
And it's bland as fuck.
Yeah.
But it's like not a bad snack, right, Panuzzo?
Dude, I was so fat at one point during.
He's going to call you and be like, Fitzy's a fucking idiot. Please give me his email. I have to set this kid straight.
During COVID, we do the cornhole
How about
things.
that bag I brought you?
A popcorn? That's great.
The fucking
I got
huge one?
I got one that I got to show you too. It's white, but it's like coconut oil and stuff. And
Yeah.
it's not bad. It's the same exact macros
Yeah, yeah,
as that one. Macros.
yeah.
So for the real listeners out there, don't listen to either one of these guys. Get the real stuff. Put extra butter in your shit.
Yeah.
You live once.
I was so fat.
If you're
during-
gonna eat popcorn, eat it right.
I was so fat at one point during COVID. We do those like virtual cornhole things where you play somebody and they challenge you and stuff. And my buddy Alex sent me a message. He goes, "I don't know if I want to play you in cornhole. I'll come over and titty fuck you right now."
Legend.
Yeah, so if I'm going, like, honestly, what I like, and my father thinks it's total trash. My father thinks gummy candy is for like carnival people. It's
I
like the
love
worst
gummy
thing. And
bears.
I'm the biggest gummy candy person in the world, so like I'd get sour watermelons if I was
yeah.
like,
Okay, yeah, yeah.
like,
Oh, yeah.
because
I love 'em. I love
I'll
'em.
tell you
I'm
why.
salivating right now. dude.
Swedish
Now,
fish.
as a connoisseur of gummy candies, I'll tell you this. Sour watermelons, by the way, producers like, these guys must be on a fucking diet. Sour watermelons will cut your mouth up way less than Sour Patch Kids. I don't know why that is. If you got a stale bag of Sour Patch Kids,
Yeah.
you better just
Razor blades.
might as well just eat Captain Crunch for 2 days
Yeah.
straight.
And I had a stale Sour Patch Kid, I'd say 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Ripped a fucking
Oh, yeah, that's right.
right out of my fucking
Yeah,
crown.
it's
Not
a
a
crown.
filling, a
Yeah.
fucking crown.
Yeah.
I chewed, I went right down on it, and I was like, fuck, what
Stuff
is
out
that?
these fat kid streets.
What about
so-
peach rings? You like peach rings?
Yeah.
Love peach rings.
They're fucking
You know what I
bomb,
love too, which is the trashiest the trash. See, the one big bonding moment that the one biggest bonding I've talked about this before. Me and Chasing Amy, that we both are obsessed with gummy candy. Like she orders shit from like Europe for when we go to like the Cape. Like, I mean, we'd go to Maine. She'll like our text thread goes from nothing for like 4 months to her sending me a bag of like some off weird Haribo that just came out. Trying these. What do you think? And I'm like, I don't know. We'll see. And then she's like 6.5. And then like 2 months go by. And then I'm like, look at these Haribo cubes, 4.2 or whatever. Like, so trash. She has a trash gummy palette, which I respect. I love the frogs, gummy frogs. With
Gummy
the
frogs are
marshmallow on the
awesome,
bottom. Love those fucking things.
I do too.
Are they blue?
No, those are the
they-
shocks.
Those are shocks. Those are good
Okay,
too, but
so
I like
yeah,
the
yeah.
green
I don't
frogs.
like the shocks.
Green frogs are better. That
Okay.
would be a go-to Brendan Ahern. We're renting a movie on a Friday night when I'm in like 6th grade. I'll get the gummy frogs in a Jolt Cola. So I never want to go to bed.
Oh,
ever.
holy shit.
Like, just early sign of a potential speed addict. You know what I mean?
Sick mind.
Yeah, yeah.
You ever have the this isn't really like a movie theater candy, but you ever have the wax fucking pops?
Wax
Oh,
lips.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No, well, the lips, but they have like pop cans.
soda.
Oh yeah.
So you-
Chew on them all day.
Addie
have
had
Yeah,
them.
but you can.
Addie just had
So
them.
good.
Yeah.
She got them for Christmas.
They're so good.
Crushing them. Where you at on this, by the way? She's like, I called home. I'm like, hey, I got to stop by Tommy. Tommy's payment for doing a half-ass job on the fucking driveway was
Yeah, my feet are soaked.
was that I would get him a large chicken finger from Liberty Bell tonight, which I did. Right, as he says, they're the best chicken fingers in the world, and
Are they? They're good.
they're really good.
Oh shit.
I called Maggie. I'm like, I'm going to Whole Foods real quick because I need to get some broccoli. Good food to eat. Addie wanted mint chocolate chip. Where are you at on mint chocolate chip
Love it.
ice cream?
I'm out,
Love it.
but my wife loves it.
Yeah, it's okay.
My daughter likes it.
Aren't you a peppermint stick guy?
I love peppermint stick.
It's you that's a peppermint stick
I wouldn't.
guy.
Yeah,
I like peppermint stick.
Yeah.
The mint chip, right? Those dark chocolate chips that are in there, I'm not a huge fan.
Oh, see, I
of.
love dark chocolate. Like I could crush
Yeah,
dark
I'm
chocolate.
not a huge fan of
Had a
those.
Malcolm X hat. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
I mean, those like Andy's candy,
Yeah, I love those.
buddy. If those are on a hotel pillow and this hotel doors open, I'm grabbing those off the pillows.
You ever have after eights?
What
You
are
want to
those?
talk about some hoity-toity lace curtain Irish shit? These things come in a box and they come in little like file folders. And you pull them out, and they're like Andy's candies for like Grey Poupon people.
Yeah.
Like it's like
I've had-
Lifestyles of the
I've
Rich and
had them.
Famous Andy's candies. My grandmother used to have them all the time, and I used to like
I want
cut
them
my
now.
drawers to fucking Andy's. I mean, to fucking after eights.
Andy's are just.
You'd have an after eight, like you fucking high on the hog.
I'll eat any of those. Peppermint patties, Andes. The
Peppermint
fucking-
Patties has too much peppermint in it. to put
Dude,
it
I
on.
totally
really?
agree with you.
Yeah, it's too like caustic
I,
to me.
I
Really?
like, when I first, I'll never forget my first time. I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Is there an air conditioner in my mouth?" I had no idea what to expect. So now, like when I do it, I'll do like a little bite at a time. It's way too much peppermint at once.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
See, I'd almost rather a patty than Andy's or those after eights.
That's a little crazy.
For
An
me.
Andes? You'd rather have an Andes? Is that what you
No,
said?
I'd rather a peppermint patty than either of the
Yeah,
other
see,
two.
Maggie loves peppermint patties too. Like she's a peppermint patty person.
Like a
and then
Klondike bar?
I always hated peppermint patty on
Not really.
Charlie
Really?
Brown.
Yeah.
I never liked peppermint patty on Charlie Brown either. So it's like I have like an association with that for some reason.
Fucking gingers.
Yeah, exactly. He's fucking zero. Let me run this by you, and I want to get your fucking take. So we got a little thread, a little text thread. It's like all the guys that are on a Fans Football League, but it's like just the guys in the neighborhood. So it's like Buggy, Gentile, Matt Aarons, guys you've met. So stuff will come up about what's going on in Melrose. So this guy's all over the community page, being like, I got this. I'm a pizza maker for years. I got this Sal and Loomies making fucking pizzas, and you can come buy them at my house, and I'll give them to you, right? And I'm like a professional pizza maker. I work in like
Did
so.
you say his name was Ted Dama?
Yeah, exactly. So
Jeffrey Dahmer.
yeah,
Fuck.
Jeffrey Dahmer. You fucked that up. So you want that one back?
Gay.
So,
you
anyways,
combine Bundy and
I
Dama.
know.
Yeah.
Two great guys.
two winners. Get Gacy in there for a middle name. So, anyways, the guy's like, come to my house. I'll sell you a pizza for whatever. Now, like, we're all like, first of all, somebody's like, I ain't supposed to have a permit for that. No, but one of my buddies, a lawyer, he's like, 100% illegal. So, anyways, he's fucking posting it everywhere, right? And he's like peacocking around the page with his fucking bready pizza that he makes that looks like the fucking loaf of bread, first of all. And then he gets that Mark Lewis isn't cool guy to get on there, and he goes over there and like, Mark Lewis, yeah, Mark Lewis is like, it's gonna be good. I don't know it's gonna be good, dude. I don't know. I'm going over there right now. I mean, it's a father, it's a son. I like it. It's a good story, man. So I'm gonna go check it out, you know?
the worst.
So
Is
Is he a
anyways,
Melrose guy?
I don't
He's
know where
always
he's
in
from.
here, right?
He's always around it. So he went over there and did it. And then the guy got shut down like the week later. Now,
Yeah.
here's my thing. I'm not against the hustle. I'm a fucking hustler. I like hustle. That said, dude, there's a reason that it's hard to start a fucking restaurant and you're fucking over. If that guy's buying pizza for you, he might just go down and buy it from the guy at Petroni's who's paying to have a fucking brick and mortar business, paying his fucking money to have a fucking place to sell pizza from. You know what I mean? Get a food truck, get a cart, do it the right way. Don't fuck over the other guys who are grinding out there fucking actually doing it the right way. You know what I mean? You're like a guy who fucking hops the border instead of goes through the immigration process.
Shout out to Ronaldo's Pizza. Did he come to
Sure
Malden?
did. Sure did.
He'd be at every park in
do
Somerville.
you know where he's parked right now?
No.
Charlestown High, right across from where the projects were.
And he just
Really?
goes like,
It was just a pizza truck.
It was just pizza. He had slush. So
Oh,
I
yeah,
would
yeah,
get.
slush.
all right, yeah,
I
but he
would
has a
get-
business.
It's a business, legit
Yeah.
business. Ronaldo's Pizza, right? And I would play Little League, and he would roll up, and I'd go over and I'd get a slice and a watermelon slush, and it was fucking. It was
$1.50?
It was living.
Yeah.
It was fucking living.
Also, this guy in the picture, there's a picture of him with the pizza.
Yeah.
He looked like a bowling ball. I'm like, buddy, you know what? Instead of worrying about making people pizzas out of your dumb kitchen, why don't you get on a fucking treadmill for the afternoon? How do you like that?
So we
I
got-
love healthy Brendan starts fat shaming people.
Big time.
I
I'm
did
the
it too.
ba- I'm the
All
worst
last year, I was
person in
like,
the
look
world.
at this fat
we,
fuck.
we, got, we got a guy in Malden who's doing the same thing,
Yeah.
but we're not gonna
Fat shaming people?
No. He's not making pizza. He's making
Slanging pizzas out the back door.
Walking around screaming at fat people.
he's making
You fat fuck!
he's making brisket.
Oh yeah.
And it looks dynamite, but this is why I'm out. Cause he's like, I'll deliver it to your house.
Yeah, just fuck out of here.
Like,
you know what I mean?
He's like, I'll take donate. He makes brisket every day.
Yeah.
And it looks good.
Yeah.
He does not, but the food itself looks good. And he's like, just send me your address and I'll bring you some and I'll just take donations.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's
for a donation. I'm not charging you for the brisket, but give me a donation.
right. But I don't need you to know where I
Yeah,
live.
yeah, dude.
No, I get it.
Dude, listen. And here's the other thing.
Pick up only.
Places make good food that I
Yeah.
can order from that I know have a fucking. Oh, here's
Brisket though? I don't know.
at Craig Kimberly will point you in the right direction.
That's a good point.
Actually, when Craig Kimberly comes here, I'd like some brisket.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
that's a friend though.
Yeah.
That's not just some fucking rando.
That's 2 years coming. We're telling him to come here, by the way.
Well, he canceled.
Oh, that's right. That's
We've
right.
had a busy schedule.
That's right.
We would have invited him tonight, except we didn't know Sean couldn't make it till like the last minute.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll get him in February.
And then next weekend is Mohan.
Yep.
We're doing a cereal draft.
Yep.
That's gonna be awesome.
Sure is.
And then Joey Boats for the cult episode, which I got a lot to say. I've been doing a lot of thinking.
Yeah. My first victory of the year is going to be so sweet when I win cereal draft.
You're not going to win.
Oh, congrats, by the way. Speaking of winning things, congrats to Joey Boats.
Oh, yeah.
Who won Best of the Year on the Steel and
Steel
Naz
and Naz
podcast.
podcast, yep.
And they had Bob Menery on,
Yep.
who is a fucking zero, by the way. One of the worst humans to ever live. I don't know. I agree with Bob. Best part
Is he
was-
the one who does the voiceovers?
Yeah, yeah. But he's just a dickhead. Like usually he's always like talks about he just fucks girls all the time and shit. You should do coke. It's like, great, dude. You're a fucking loser. He hangs out with that Pigeon Vision kid. He's always with him,
yeah.
right?
Are they from around here?
I don't know. That
South
kid's
Shore,
dad
I
played.
think. I think
paid
South Shore.
fucking. Hey, listen, that kid could be fine. I have no idea about him.
Yeah.
But I'm saying Bob Menery's a fucking loser. And the best part is Steel and Naz, before they introduce so I flip around to find it. Joey Boats hadn't listened to the show yet. They're going to have Joey on real quick on a phone call to talk about, how great it is that he wants, fucking guest of the year.
I think we had a lot to do with that.
We did. We took it
I
over.
pumped it up.
Yeah, we
big time.
took it over. But he's like, the other kid's like, hey, I was hoping Menery would have won selfishly so he could call in because I'm such a Menery guy and let's give me a big year for him, come back. He got kicked off at full send, but I think he's going to be back. And I just wish the best things for him. He's such a great guy. He did our podcast. Like, they actually went to him. Like, his buddy found him, like, vapes. And then he said, well, you jump on my buddy's podcast. So they ran to him with their gear to get him on the podcast. Appreciate the hustle. But they're, like, sucking his dick, right? And by the way, these seem like great guys. I'm just saying, like, this is what happened. They were like loving him. It would be like me talking about like Bob C, basically, right? And then Boats gets on there and he's like, thanks, yeah, I fucking love being guest of the year. It's awesome. He's like, yeah, Bob Menery guy, man. He's like, I don't find it funny, He's like, I'll tell you right now. He's like, every one of my friends is an idiot. Sends me his videos, and I'm just like, I'm fucking tired of laughing, dude.
That's a pretty good Boats
That wasn't bad,
impression.
dude.
Hey, I watch a lot of Boats videos, so I can
Yeah.
I can hack it a little bit.
They're worth watching.
Better than my fucking better than my German impression earlier. But anyways, congrats to Joey Boats. He's out here winning things in the streets, as
Yep,
50
guest of the
said.
year.
Okay, so the other thing I was gonna say about pizza, as we were on that subject, is this. So Tommy has his friends Friday night. He's like, "Hey, can I have my friends over in the basement?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Now I think Tommy's like, I think this is like the theory. I'm working theory I have. He used to always want to have his friends in the Longhorn, but now I think like some of his friends might be getting into like probably trying to get into the booze a little bit, and I think he probably doesn't want the stress of like being like, "No, you can't drink the millions of fucking pounds of booze that are in this fucking bar." So anyways, he ends up having his friends in the basement. He's like, "Can we get pizza?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "I'll get you Domino's." Now I had learned this trick from their app because Tommy likes Domino's. We've talked about this a million times. We
Kids are
litigated
idiots.
the Domino situation. It's fine for idiots. Bobby Froyo was talking about last week. Now, if you buy, I got 4 pizzas from Domino's on the app. Any size pizza up to a large is $7.99 if you pick it up. So when I go to check out on the app, it shows you what it would have been delivered.
Oh, it's nuts.
$65 delivered, $31 picked up.
More than double.
More than double for them to drive it 6 blocks to my house.
Oh, you have a Domino's in Melrose?
Yeah, there's one right down by Josh's house.
Oh, I did know that.
Yeah.
I did know that.
I don't know if
I
you
just
know,
thought that
Melrose
was-
is pure class.
Dude,
of course this is Domino's.
Of course this is
yeah.
Domino's. Yeah, you get after rates when you walk out.
Yes, sir.
But I was just amazed at that, and I'm like, you know what? I'll get Domino's from anytime he wants it now. I'll go pick it up.
Yeah.
Like fucking like a gentleman.
That's a deal.
That's a fucking dude. $8. I'll give him that. I'm not a big Domino's guy, but $8 for a pizza is fucking good deal.
Yeah.
So there's a huge upcharge on pizzas. Pizza's
Oh,
cheap,
yeah.
cheap, wicked
Yeah.
cheap to
Yeah.
make. So even at them making $8 on a pizza, they're still probably clearing like $6
Yeah.
per
Oh
piece.
yeah, yeah,
Profit.
yeah.
So I knew that, and I moved from Somerville, which had great pizza
Yeah.
at pretty much everywhere, to Reading, and there was minimal decent pizza up there.
Yep.
I learned how to make my own at home. I make my own dough. I make my own sauce. I shred my mozzarella, and it comes out fucking unbelievable.
I like it.
Yeah.
Hey, I'd like to see if
I cold proof my dough for like 48 to 72 hours, Danny.
wow,
Dude.
that's Kev Ma shit right there. Kev Ma, like he fucking does
I
that
gotta
with
cook,
like makes
I
a
gotta cook
Detroit.
pizzas for you guys.
I would
You
love
should
it.
wait till you try my sporky.
I'm in, dude. I
It's
mean,
fucking unbelievable.
I'm due for a sporky,
Well,
by
after
the way.
March 15th, we'll be good.
Yeah.
I'm due for a sporky.
No, I need it on a weekend. I'll have it on a weekend.
I think that this one's going till June.
Oh well, fuck that. I mean, no, I'm gonna be relatively good. But I'm not. First of all, I'm not trying to win the thing.
No.
I like to support the group and have people
Yeah.
also be in the mindset. Of,
And
there's a lot of people in that group who have a ton of weight
It's-
to lose. There's a
it's-
lot of slobs in that group.
Yeah.
Disgusting people.
Yeah, terrible. It's motivating to me
Gross.
though to see your posts and to see other people's posts of their food that they're making. It gives me ideas of
Yeah.
low calorie shit that I can do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's good to be in the group.
Yeah, I like to be in the group.
Slops,
I mean,
gross.
there's a lot of
people.
just gross out
Brendan's in
city.
there just to make himself feel better.
Yeah,
Because he looks
I'm
at
like,
all
dude,
the
I
fat
look
fucks
great.
in there.
I look great. No, I look like a fucking fat turtle right now.
I know, we're fucking
All right,
brutal.
listen, here's what we're gonna do though.
2023
No,
was
and I'm
good at
wearing
the
these, and I have
beginning.
to say this. I love these Carhartt hoodies.
Yeah.
Here's the problem. The XL is way too big,
It's
and the
only-
large is too small.
Yeah.
It's like they don't have an in-between that size. Like, so I'm walking around and I look like a fucking dump all the time because I'm wearing this fucking shirt and these fucking pants. I just look
Brendan's
like
on one tonight.
No, I look like a fat loser all the time. By the way, the show is better when I'm sober. That's a fact. It just is. It's
You're
better.
just fucking teeing off on yourself, on everybody else.
Everybody deserves it tonight. I'd like to do the Joey Boats episode, I think. Maybe from Nate's Bar.
We haven't been there yet, right?
We haven't been there yet.
I'm in.
Maybe.
Where's he? Right up the street?
He's closer to you than here. Yeah.
In Melrose?
Yeah. No. We'll figure it out. We'll figure that out at a later date. You know what else? Do you have anything, Fitz? You want to talk about? Let's do voicemails. real
Yeah,
quick.
let's do voicemails.
And then we'll go. We'll finish up and do Patreon. Oh, by the way, before we do voicemails, can you guys hear?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
We'll start it off with this because I was describing Josh's. So, for the people at home who haven't seen the video, because a lot of people don't have Instagram or whatever, Josh, the ironworker, left a voice, did a prank call to a guy that used to work with him,
This is great.
and I extracted the audio.
Oh, is that what we're doing?
And here you go.
Is this Jimmy, you said?
Yes, it is.
Okay, do you have Sean's number? He's
This
the
reminds me of
super?
Jerky Boys.
Are you the super for the company?
I'm one of the truck drivers.
Oh, God. So I got a lowly fucking truck driver. That's great.
Wow.
What?
Wow, a truck driver who worked 36 fucking years in this business
Oh.
and knows what's going on.
Oh, yeah, well, it doesn't sound like you have a fucking clue what's going on over here at the casino.
I have a damn well clue. They're on hockey break. While we go back and take a look
Listen to me just for a second. It's a Christmas weekend. You don't gotta raise your voice. I need to get this job done, and I need to know where they are.
They're on the job site. Go back and look at the job site. They'll be there.
Okay, yeah, well, in the meantime, why don't you suck my dick, you cocksucker?
Dude, that poor truck driver.
Isn't that one of the funny? So Josh said the guys have been bouncing jobs a lot recently because there's some changeovers in the jobs, and he goes, "Dude, all these guys are walking in and being like that fucking." They have all heard it, like it's been going viral, like
Yeah.
around all the ironworkers.
That was the best. Oh, so I got some lowly fucking truck driver too.
It's a Christmas week. You don't have to raise your voice. By the way, Danny texted us this morning. Josh is on the fucking Facebook page.
Yeah,
for the
the
ironworkers
ironworkers page,
today.
yeah.
And he goes, I called Josh. He goes, yeah, I know. I saw that. He goes, the funny thing, it's about a wind project that I have nothing to do with. He's like,
Not only that, it's January fucking 8th.
the summer.
He's in fucking
a t-shirt.
T-shirt,
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah. All right, here we go with voicemails. I haven't listened to these.
Fellas, what's happening? Coming to you live from fucking the popcorn fart. Nothing like a good snowstorm to expose those fucking frauds that say, oh, we're from Boston, I'm from Boston. And then you put up on Facebook, nothing in the city. And then you got 25 people, come out to fucking Worcester, come out to here. News flash, that ain't Boston. You're not from Boston, you sailor, okay? Number two, they already started hyping up. Oh, after the storm, after this fucking nothing storm, this popcorn fight, get ready for the deep freeze. Oh, the deep freeze. Listen, another news flash. It's going to be 55 degrees on Wednesday. Okay, we're all going to be walking around miserable and fucking sick. Number three, something that I hold near and dear to my heart, sneaking snacks into the fucking movies. Unbelievable. Fucking walk in there with a trench coat. Slip the fucking 15-year-old usher a note. Don't be a fucking hero, pal. I'm going to eat my fucking dollar store fucking jujubes, fucking goobers, and smart food popcorn. And there's nothing that no one in the house is going to be able to do to stop me, son. Happy New Year's, guys. The Bruins are doing awesome this year. Love yous. Goodbye.
Don't be a hero.
Clocky. Yeah,
Dude, he didn't even know we were going to talk about
That's
that.
fuck.
I know,
Dude,
it's
I
hilarious.
get tears in my eyes. I'm
I
crying.
know, I do too. He didn't.
I'm going to get my dollar store jujubes in there one way or the
Smart
other.
food.
Smart food's the best. White cheddar popcorn is
Bomb.
I think the thing that made me laugh the most was the note and
note.
picturing him in a trench coat.
Yeah.
With a skeleton cap in his beard.
Yo, it's your man Adam Jumptown. Sunday's fun day. Snow days are the best here on the farm. None better than a coating of white all in the trees and fences. Looks so peaceful, so nice. Let me tell you this. One thing I love doing at the snowstorm is going out and just listening to nothing. Feeling like you're encompassed in Eskimo muffins that are covering your ears. You know what I'm saying? Also, talk about the best movie snacks to sneak in. I'm going to tell you this right here, right now. Chocolate-covered nuts. Chocolate-covered pretzels. Bring that in. Mix that in with the buttered popcorn. We don't know, but we do. I thank you, too. Man, I'll just jump down. Get the shoveling.
Wait, did I announce that we were looking at...
You must have said it on a post
Yeah, because
somewhere.
this is news to me, but obviously 2 people have already.
And I wasn't even drunk. So, like, that maybe my memory's better when I'm sharper when I'm drinking. All right.
Guys, I'm dying laughing at this comedy night flyer. I mean, dude, from an order perspective, it looks like the buffalo chicken thighs are more important than the comedians. I mean, look at this food breakdown. Really? A taco bar has guacamole? Holy shit. Definitely make sure that you mention people there's fucking guacamole at a taco bar. Super important. Anyways, guys, love the show. I think you can guess who this is by my comment on Facebook. Can't make it, but definitely want to get to an event soon. Later, boys.
I think
Was it
that's...
Craig?
No, I think that's my buddy Ben who lives on the South Shore. Ben Carcio. I think he's living in Melrose.
Oh, okay.
Because he wrote on there, he's like, is it clear that it's cash bar? Like it's $10 cash. Is that clear enough? Like he said that it's fucking funny.
To be fair, that wasn't the flyer for the comedy show. That was for the.
No,
Just the
I
food.
know.
but it did crack me up that like the comedians' names were like the size of like thumbs.
Times New Roman 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first snowstorm, instant flashbacks of my childhood. Sledding, building forts, snowball fights, hot chocolate. Of course, now my hot chocolate is mostly booze. But the best gift of snow is seeing just how terrible people are at driving in the snow. I always forget it's possible to drive 7 miles per hour, start braking for a turn 2 miles away, just flat out stop in the road and let the cars behind you pass, so you're only pissing yourself off and not the others. Very classy. It's kind of like doing dry January and not lasting a week, which is almost as pathetic as trying to blame controller for losing to an 8-year-old in Mario Kart.
Shitsy.
See ya.
Evan, always the best.
Yeah, he showed up. He showed up to hockey, and he's got his son with him. And he's like, he says to his son, he's like, "What do you have to say to Fitzy?" And his little cousin comes running over. He's like, "No, you can't hear it." So I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be great." What do you have your kid saying now? We walk over, and he's like, "Don't be a bitch and blame the controller." I was like, and Evan's like, "The red control is the best one. It's my controller." I was like, "Dude, the joystick floats for like half an inch before it starts picking up movement." I was like, "It's not a good controller."
By the way, I saw a picture of I think I don't know if Billy O'Leary posted it or if he sent it to us or something. Like I think it was Adi on like Christmas Day or something like that, just rocking the shit out of
Yeah,
his
with his
fucking
hoodie
Paul
on.
McClure
Yep.
hoodie. Let me tell you. Oh, by the way, Panuzzo in like all his like new videos, his new reels that he's cutting for like his podcast, wearing the fucking hoodie.
Nice, that's awesome.
So respect to Adi, by the way. One day Tommy and Adi will cross paths, and like Tommy will be like,
It'll be
"What
like
the
step-
fuck
it'll be like
is-"
stepbrothers.
Yeah, it will be because Tommy won't say shit. And he'll be like,
And
Adi
Adi
will
will be
still
like,
fucking,
"Yeah, what's up,
what
kid?"
the fuck's up, kid? Jesus fucking
Yeah, fucking
Christ.
Tom. You like
Yeah.
fucking Chick-fil-A, huh?
Yeah. You don't like beefs, you fucking pussy?
I tried to talk to Tommy at Bella's.
He gave you a little bit. He gave
Yeah.
you more than he give most people.
He's like, "Hey, what's up?"
Yeah. How's football? Good.
Good.
That's all you get. That's pretty much all you're gonna get.
So, back
Then he
to-
will
Good,
shut
good
up.
handshake on the kid though.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Back to Domino's though, because again, my kid's dumb too.
Yes.
What I will say about Domino's, and I don't know if I said it last week, but they're good with like the coupons. When you buy shit from them, like if you have an
Oh,
account
yeah.
with them, they're like, here you go, here's a free whatever.
Yeah.
But I never check it until I look at my email, and then they're like, you got to get it before this day, and then I'm like, I guess we're getting Domino's tonight. I got fucking two fucking 3-topping pizzas, a buffalo wing, cinnamon sticks, and a fucking 2-liter Coke, and it would have cost me fucking $80.
Yeah, no, dude, I totally agree with you. And you know what's funny about speaking of coupons? I thought was funny is that, like in that weight loss group that we're in, you try to like whatever, like people post things and like Panuzzo actually is like, dude, these steaks that you can order from this place have like wicked good, like they're like really lean, right? So they're good for like people trying to lose weight and want protein. Now, when he sent it to me, like I didn't realize they were having some big sale, and I loaded up for like $300. I got a ton of shit, right? And Tommy loves steak, so like whatever. It's easy to just frozen, you take it out, whatever. And then I posted it on the page the other day, and then I looked at their prices now, and I'm like, these motherfuckers must be like, this fucking rich fuck. Like these steaks were like, because I think it was like a 30 or 40% off for like Christmas.
Oh, and it
and
ended?
now it's like jacked back
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm like, oh, you
I
guys.
saw your post and I liked it, but I didn't even look into it.
Yeah, they're good. Anyways, I mean that's a problem for another day, Fitzy. You know what I mean? Like you're not gonna when Connor's trying to put on the pounds and fucking try to get us lift on
Everyone,
the gym.
like multiple of my friends and my cousin have recently bought cows.
I like that move. I think that's a good move.
Split a cow with someone.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And have
I'll
them
split a
butcher
cow
it.
with you next year.
dude,
And then we
14th.
can probably all three of us
Yeah, get a freezer.
do it and fucking I got a
Oh,
freezer.
shit. So I gotta,
Yeah,
it's
when are you
this
going?
Sunday, right?
And then
Yeah, this
Yeah,
Sunday coming
yeah.
up. Fuck yeah.
they just fucking chop everything up and
What a fucking
send
throw.
it to you.
Dude, Bobby Froyo right now. Now listen,
He's
the return
vomiting.
of Doctor Strange is gonna happen when Michigan beats the shit out of Washington and he calls up just to shit down fucking Bobby's throat. Unfucking believable that Michigan's up right now. By the way, Evan also asked me and Fitzy, or Shitzy as he likes to call him, his son likes to call him, over under and how many
under.
times you mentioned the game during the main podcast but not the Patreon. I think you've only done it once.
So
Once
that was
right
the
now.
first time
First
right
one,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the only time you've done it. By the way, great time with Bobby Froyo on the show.
Yep.
I have to say this, Bobby, like you, there are certain people that you can just put in there, and it's not even like they're there. It's like
Yeah.
it's just like we're all sitting a while at fucking Hooters.
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
Bobby can adapt very well in any situation.
Bobby's one of my top. Like he's literally somebody who I've been out with. I don't know. I've probably been out with him a half dozen times. But like I would have I went out with him by myself.
Yeah.
Just after I met him.
Yep.
To watch basketball, like, and I would do that at the drop of a hat.
Yeah,
he's
for
fucking
sure.
awesome.
He's a good dude.
However, I took Washington in the under on his
You can't listen to him. He's Eddie Mush,
his
dude.
recommendation.
Eddie Mush.
I can't. He's gonna fucking. You know what he's gonna do? He's gonna have
Stop
to.
calling him kryptonite.
He's gonna have to buy a fucking China Jade gift card for whatever it is for fucking for Doctor Strange up in Billerica. All right,
In
so
a bag.
Yeah, so we'll do the Patreon. So reminder with the two contests. Oh, by the way, Bobby Froyo was like, "What the fuck?" The two contests. One, share the shit out of our shit. We're gonna keep track of it. I'm gonna
Facebook.
screenshot everything. Facebook
Facebook and Instagram.
Yep, that's the ones we like to use the most. The links and stuff. And then at the end of the month, top 3 people get whatever size T-shirt you want, and whoever wins it, we're gonna take them out to eat, and we'll go drinking. Because Fitzy will be over his dry January. And then the other contest is the producer contest. So if you want to produce reels, you know, even if you know like your nephew is a fucking does this shit.
Yeah, you know
and he
someone
wants
that
some
goes to
experience,
Emerson or whatever? Yeah.
like I'm gonna throw the Dropbox link. Once we get any responses, I'll send you a link that you can download this week's video like by Thursday, and you can cut some reels from it. And if it works for both of us, then that's awesome. And like I said, maybe we'll throw you some money. We'll buy you a 12-pack, and you'll get whatever we get for gear. So anything we get gear-wise, you'll get. So that's that. So support our sponsors.
Please do.
And one oak is still standing in the dry January forest.
Yep.
The other 2 are happily drinking outside the forest, looking into it, laughing. Do you think you'll make it the whole month?
I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, the comedy show.
The comedy show was already
That was
a
already
caveat
that
at
was
the
already
beginning, but
caveat.
I mean, I might go there and
Yeah, you might not.
drink too
Yeah.
that night as well.
Yeah, I might.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah,
You might
I might
peer
grow a
pressure.
10-foot dick tomorrow.
You
too,
might,
by the way.
you might peer pressure the fuck out of me, and I'll just cave.
By the way, I said you are out of all my peer pressure people, Fitzy might be the one who like knows how to like get me to break the easiest. It's not like once somebody's like, you gotta have a drink, you're not gonna have a drink. That turns me into like that makes me like be like, no, I gotta prove something to you. Fuck you. I'm not gonna drink. Because you're just like, kid, I got you a dipper.
I just bring one.
Yeah, and I'm just like,
And you're
I don't drink it.
It's not going in the fridge.
And I just fucking immediately gas it down.
You're
know
like,
what I
I'm
mean?
on hydration. I'm like, wow, I brought
Yeah, you
this.
Yeah, you gotta hydrate this fucking 8.2 dipper in your fucking throat. All right, we love you all. We'll see you next week. And if you're around for the Patreon, we will see you then. Peace.
See ya.